no te ia o te ato, no te ia o te ato, te ato, no te ia o te ato, no te ia o te ato, te ato, ia no ia kaio, ia no ia nako, ia no ia lasia, te ato, ia no hikei, ia no akaio, ia no ia, te ato, te ato, te ato, no te ia o, te ato, no te ia o, te ato, te ato, te ato. Welcome, beloveds, to this week's Goddess Energy Forecast. This is your girl, Abigail Mensah-Bonsu, founder and creatrix of the Moon Goddess Academy and the Moon Goddess Publishing. So I wanted to start this week's transmission with a heart song. I should say the language is light language. And this is a song, I feel like it's like the song of the ancestors that have been coming through for probably about a month or so to support me. And today I wanted to share it with you to help soothe your heart and also to call your, the ancestors who are here to support you in the highest light, to draw them closer to you. I believe this week we have the new moon in Aries coming up, which marks the beginning of the astrological cycle, right? Or perhaps that energy is still residual. And we have spring, where this is the last week of March, where we're about to merge into April, which is like spring has really begun. We start to see blossoms happen. We start to see the buds open up. We start to see life, right? In nature, we start to see the trees come back to life, to wake up from their deep slumber. We start to plant the seeds, new seeds of what we would like to see go into fruition, what would like to enjoy the fruits of it later in the year during the fall harvest. It's a very sacred time, with every door closing is always a new beginning. And whenever we're moving from one month to the other, it's that energy of endings and new beginnings, right? We're moving from one energy into the other. What are you grateful for? I want you to look back at the beginning of this month. What are you grateful for? Place your hand on your heart and let's reminisce. What are you grateful for? What went well for you? What are some of the blessings that you received that you didn't even know was coming? Allow that gratitude to just expand and get bigger and bigger and bigger all around you. As you're doing that, I'm going to call in the crystalline, beautiful, divine light of the Divine Mother and the Divine Father to anchor within your heart, coming down from above and also coming up from below and merging within your heart. Allowing this mergence of heaven and earth within your heart to expand into a beautiful crystalline bubble of light all around you. Continue to breathe into this gratitude, this energy of gratitude, and let it expand. Let it just expand beyond you into all areas of your life. from this space, I'm going to ask your higher self to come in and dwell within your heart. I'm going to ask your divine team to come in and surround you with circles of love and support and guidance, circles of hope, joy. And breathe, breathe, breathe. Beautiful. And anything that it didn't work as well as you wanted it to this month, bring that into your mind's eye. And envision that you're holding an arrow, a bow and arrow. And I want you to pour all of that disappointment into the arrow. All the things that you were hoping would happen that never happened. All the, anything that hurt you, anything that didn't feel good, anything that brought you to your lowest. It served its purpose. Now it's time for you to release it. So put it all in this arrow. And now go ahead and point the arrow above, the bow and arrow above, and stretch it out. And as you stretch it, begin to say this mantra: I release, I release, I release. I release anything that no longer serves me. I release that which is ready to go. I release, I release, I release. And then when you're ready, let go. And see the arrow fly into the heavens. And as it gets higher and higher, you begin to see it. Remember, continue saying the mantra: I release, I release, and release. And see the arrow begin to turn into light dust. Just disintegrate into this golden light dust. I release, I release, I release anything that no longer serves me, anything that holds me back from my highest potential. I release it all now. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. It is done. From here, go ahead and ask the question: which of these powerful God names is for my highest good this week? 1, 2, or 3. And receive. And once you have received your number or numbers, taking a deep breath in, taking another deep breath in, and this time fill your body with light. Just see that waterfall of light coming down and just pouring into you. You just released, and now it's time to refill. Let it pour into your heart. Let it pour into your muscles, your organs. Let it pour into every part of you. Fill yourself with light. And from this place, go ahead and begin to call back your power. Call all of your power back to you, all of your light back to you. And you can use the mantra: I call back to me now all my power. I am whole, I am complete. I call back to me now all of my light. I am radiant, I am complete. I call back to me now all my energy. I am life. I thrive. Beautiful. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes to receive. So this week I'm bringing in the God names again, because I'm getting we need a boost this week, right? As we are just last week I was talking about the fire that is coming up from the earth, right? It's continuing. Remember, spring is like spring and life comes back out, right? This is going to continue. So I'm getting we need a boost. And perhaps, it's not like a fiery boost that pushes us, right? Perhaps for you, it might be love. For you, it might be support. Whatever it is that you need a boost, and perhaps it's a redirection for you where you get to be course corrected to your true path. Whatever that looks like for you, we're bringing the God names to really come in and support us. And I've used these God names before with us, and they're very powerful. So in Kabbalah, it is known that there are 72 names of God. And when you really look at these cards, like each name comes in with an attribute or value. It's like who God is. When you put all 72 names together, you understand that who God really means, who God really is, right? Again, when I think about God, I'm not thinking about a man with a white beard sitting in the clouds, right? God is a consciousness. God is both masculine and feminine and everything, right? God is everything. I always see God as this ball of light, right? Pure consciousness that is heaven and earth together, right? That is who God is. And this so, we always hear this, especially if you had the Christian upbringing or read the Bible. It's like we were created in God's own image, right? We are part of that. We are God, and we find these attributes within us. So calling in, or receiving these names of God, you are activating these values. You are activating these codes of gods or goddesses within you, right? So pay attention to the number of numbers you received. And we're going to do this a bit different. So I want you to just kind of flow with me here, right? We're really going to tap into our heart and receive this beautiful light into our being. I'm really getting like an awakening of our hearts, an awakening of our dreams, an awakening of our paths, an awakening of our lives, of our earth, of our visions, of our missions, right? This is really big. So I want you to be open and really go there with me. Even if fear creeps in, it's okay, because that means you're on the right path. You're expanding, right? Whatever it is that you need, let it come through for you. Okay. So if you received one, the God name that you are working with is Mem Nun Kaf. Mem Nun Kaf. Mem Nun Kaf. And this God name represents accountability. So this week we're, like the God name, the light, the star of accountability, the sun of accountability is being activated within you, within your mind, within your heart, and in your world. Taking a deep breath in. If you receive card number 1, place your hand on your heart and begin to repeat this God name with me as we activate this code within you, bringing in all the blessings that is bringing with it. Mem Nun Kaf. 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 Taking a deep breath in here. Hold at the top. Allow the light to integrate in every cell of your being, into your DNA. And release. Let it flood through your entire being into every area of your life. Beautiful. The affirmation that comes with this card is, again, keep your hand on your heart and receive this. With these letters, Mem Nun Kaf, my impulses towards self-pity, retaliation, and revenge are swept away. I see that a victim's mentality is the foundation of all those feelings. I replace that thinking with the understanding that I am the creator of my own circumstances. And I know that what I have created, I can change. Thus, everything changes now. Taking a deep breath in and out. Mem Nun Kaf. We move into card number 2. If you receive number 2, the God name that is awakening within you and coming into your life to support you this week is Hey Kaf Mem. 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 And this name represents, it says dumping depression. This is a powerful one. Dumping depression. I'm seeing like this huge massive ball of light just shining into the cloudy clouds, so cloudy skies, right? And dissipating all the darkness, all the grayness, and bringing full color, full life into your reality. Taking a deep breath in here, card number 2, and let's begin to repeat the God name. Place your hand on your heart. Hey, Kaf Mem. 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 Taking a deep breath in and receive the affirmation that comes with it. I have now been bestowed with the emotional strength to stand after I've stumbled, to rise after I have fallen, and to endure when the path seems unendurable. I have now been bestowed with the emotional strength to stand after I've stumbled, to rise after I've fallen, and to endure when the path seems unendurable. I have now been bestowed with the emotional strength to stand after I've stumbled, to rise after I've fallen, and to endure when the path seems unendurable. Hey, Kaf Mem. Hey, Kaf Mem. Hey, Kaf Mem. Dumping depression. And this was card number 1. All right, moving into the last card, card number 3. If you received 3, your God name is Pei Vav Yud. Pei Vav Yud. Pei Vav Yud. And this card represents dispelling anger. Dispelling anger. I love this. The light is coming in to really dispel like these darker, intense, dense emotions, right? Pei Vav Yud. Pei Vav Yud. Go ahead and place your hand on your heart. We're going to repeat this 7 times. Pei Vav Yud. 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 Taking a deep breath in here. Hold at the top. And release. Receive the message, the affirmation or mantra. I remove the allure and power of the world's controlling idols by invoking the power of this name, Pei Vav Yud. Anger is purged from my heart. My happiness and peace of mind are generated from within. I remove the allure and power of the world's controlling idols by invoking the power of this name, Pei Vav Yud. Anger is purged from my heart. My happiness and peace of mind are generated from within. Last one. I remove the allure and power of the world's controlling idols by invoking the power of this name, Pei Vav Yud. Anger is purged from my heart. My happiness and peace of mind are generated from within. Taking a deep breath in and out. Shuru okiana ki suru e kiana wa yarwa si tina koa ya tiroa oro siana kia shuri atu dua na kia oria shini ikia no okua ya tiara anasario o giara ya tasa oria nasani ukua ya sharia oria nasai eki ano sora enasoria kietana sayaro o giana Eyana soria akiato e shirana, oriana sa shire kiata, oriana sanakaria so e akatoa enasuarashu. Taking a deep breath in and out. Let's do this again. Deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Thank you, divine, divine, divine. Thank you for this boost that we need. Thank you for bringing the sun into our cloudy skies, into our hearts, dispelling any darkness, any dense energies within us and in our world. Thank you for uplifting us. Thank you for your protection. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your warmth. Thank you for your light. Thank you for your light. So be it, and so it is. I'm getting that it's okay if you feel like you should work with all three cards. It's totally okay. I want you to follow your guidance that is coming through. Working with all three cards, they fit perfectly together. It's like this beautiful flow, this continuation. So if you would like to work with all three of them, do so. If one or two of them stands out for you and that's what you want to focus on this week, do so. Trust that and flow with that. We're definitely calling in major light this week. Major light this week. So allow yourself to receive the light and the love and all the blessings that is for you, that is coming in, pouring down on you, that is ready to be received by you. Be willing to open to receive. Even if you don't understand why you're receiving that gift, that blessing, open up to receive. Taking a deep breath and out. It's been an interesting week for me, so this is very nourishing for me. On Sunday, we found out that my grandmother said goodbye to Earth and went up to the divine, went back to the divine, which she was 85, and I am grateful that she doesn't have to suffer anymore. Her life has been, that generation, they didn't have it easy, right? I know at least my grandparents, they don't have it easy, and she's been through a lot. But at the same time, she's been the most incredible woman I've ever encountered. With all the hardships, she has the most beautiful, optimistic outlook on life, regardless of how hard life can be. Like she trusts that things will always be better and things always turn out to be better. She is the most gifted, divinely gifted woman. That's where I got most of my psychic gifts from. My gift of inner knowing, of psychic intuition. Like, this is where it comes from. It comes from that lineage, both my dad and mom's side. And is definitely highlighted. Last week, my ancestors came in so strongly. And when I heard she passed and I checked in with my ancestors, there she was. I earned a beautiful, beautiful guardian ancestor who is here to help me, to guide me on my path. How lucky are we to have earth angels, and even after they leave, they still have our back, and their work is more potent when they're on the other side, because there's so much more they can do, right? They're not limited by the human experience anymore. So there's so much they can do to support us. And I'm so grateful that I have such an amazing, amazing woman in my DNA, in my blood, and also behind me, walking with me as I walk on my journey. And I know it's not just for me, it's for my sisters as well, for my son, as he also receives that, that gift from, that DNA that passes down to him as well. So for you, pay attention to what comes in this week. What are you grateful for? Really step into the energy of gratitude. Like I said at the beginning, with every ending, there's always a new beginning. Are you willing to see the beauty that comes with endings? Yes, when there's a death like this, it is painful. I was talking to the beautiful goddesses in my Goddess Unleashed program that, like, what we really miss is the physical experience that we don't get to have with that person anymore. You know, I wish I would have been able to see her again before she said goodbye. She was still in Ghana. And I wish that, you know, my husband, I would get to meet her, and my son would get to meet her, and really see where, you know, this amazingness that I am came from. You know, remember your roots and honor your roots. Your roots, you know, before I even heard about her passing, you know, all week last week, I was thinking about my ancestors. In my neuro mandala class, we did an ancestral drawing, which I'll have to share with you another time. And, you know, I was thinking about building an altar in my garden to honor my ancestors and call in their support and really work deeply with them. I felt my ancestors with me so deeply and so powerfully, you know. It's just so interesting how that whole thing, you know, how the whole thing came together, right? And so remember your roots, honor your roots. Who you are right now started somewhere. There is the original ancestor who started, and it came down, it passed down, you know. And yes, through that lineage, you know, yes, there were the darker ones that, you know, we chose to transmute by becoming more light, by becoming more light than they could have ever imagined. Their blood continues to flow through us. We get to be better, be more, be amazing. And they get to cheer us up and be like, yes, yes, break that, break those chains, be free, be everything that we couldn't be more, and continue passing that blessing down. I feel like each blessing that gets passed down, depending on if you've done the work, gets amplified. You know, when I do DNA activations, I always say that 7 generations, you know, in front, they get blessed. They all get activated because you got a DNA activation in this moment, right? Your blessings get million times amplified because of the work that you choose to do in this time, because you choose to be more light, more amazing, and more love than any of your ancestors could have ever imagined. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. Let's be the brightest star in our lineage. Are you willing to do that? And let me tell you this, yes, you can still be the brightest star and still have a hard time. We are here on this planet, you know, on a human experience. So be compassionate toward yourself. Be gentle towards yourself. You can still be the brightest light and have a hard time as a human. Compassion is the key. Be gentle and love yourself. You are still the brightest star. All right, my loves. Before I go, just a reminder, the applications for my 2 multi-author books are still open. Oracle and the Book of Activations. Oracle, I'm looking for amazing, powerful channels, oracles, intuitive women who have the ability to tune into the divine and channel messages that can heal the heart and support humanity at this time, and awaken and encourage more people to trust their own intuition. So if this is you, go ahead and click the button below and apply to share your story in this multi-author book. Through this process, you become published and you also become a best-selling author, which is incredible, right? The Book of Activation, I'm calling in both men and women who are powerful activators, whether it's the activation of hope, wealth, abundance, prosperity, love, joy, greatness, like whatever you are here, whatever codes are within you, whatever you're here to activate within humanity, I'm calling you all together. If this is you, come join us and share your activation in the activation or activations in this multi-author book to assist humanity at this time. Like, this is my way of planting seeds of light within humanity, you know, creating physical books that people can grab and turn to a page and receive an activation of light. absolutely powerful, or receive a message of hope, or a message that of inspiration, and a message of encouragement, a message of support, a message of love, whatever that is. So if this is you, go ahead and click on the button below and apply to contribute into my 2 multi-author books. If you know anyone who needs to share the activation your messages in these books, feel free to introduce us, or send me a message and recommend them, and I can contact them. Thank you so much, everyone, for receiving this week's Goddess Energy Forecast. Be gentle with yourself. Find gratitude in this ending of this month as we move into a brand new month in April. And yeah, gratitude is the key. And also allow yourself to become the brightest star in your lineage. From my heart to yours. Until next time, bye everyone.